Yo, what's the deal, fam? Nas is featured on a new song, and it's not what you think.
Hey, yo, Eeze.
Recently, I'm on YouTube, and on my recommendations, out of nowhere, I see a video with Nas and some other individual who I was unfamiliar with, at least I thought I was, by the name of Sid Sriram. I could be saying it incorrectly. Please correct me if I'm wrong with the pronunciation. Song called Times. I click on the video, check it out. And it was a dope record, man. I was highly impressed with a lot of different things. First off, let's start with the production. The name of the song is called Times. The song is produced by Steel Banglez. The production itself opens like with a plush, inviting top line melody. Sounds like a horn preset. I could be wrong, with a very unique quality reverb. The drums slap. Not like 90s hip hop per se, because you know that's the barometer for a lot of us. No, they slap, because sometimes in digital they can be too compressed. I like the way they were mixed. Very punchy. The swing of the hi-hats takes up a lot of empty space. It just makes the record sound full, because the production as a whole is minimal elements. You have like a piano. I think you have a synth sound on top of that. You got the drums. And speaking of the bass line, that doesn't come in until maybe about the minute mark, which is kind of surprising because it's not even missed up until that point. So that's how you know the production is doing its part. You know, with the minimal elements, when you are utilizing drops, which we've talked about in previous videos, it makes the track sound like much more than it really is and more complex. And Steel Banglez did his thing with that. With regards to placement, I talked about drops, but also like at the minute and 24-second mark during Nas' verse, he mentions trumpets, and Steel Banglez precisely places a trumpet riff within the track.
You'll see the Pope on the beach and then Tucket play the trumpet. Somehow, some way we made it out the...
This elite placement. That's what production is all about. I never heard of Steel Banglez prior to this, but I'm gonna check out his work just based off the song alone. Now, Sid Sriram is a phenomenal vocalist. And I kept listening to the song over and over. I watched the video. Then it dawned on me. I know this kid from somewhere. I know him from somewhere. What? NPR Tiny Desk. I watched a snippet of his Tiny Desk. I think it came out maybe a year ago. Never remembered his name. So now I'm introduced to this song, Times, featuring Nas, produced by Steel Banglez. And here we are. He's a phenomenal singer. I think he's from India. And based on this NPR Tiny Desk, you could tell that he's highly versatile. On this song, he sounds like more of a crooner, R&B vibes, but he checks many different boxes. Tonality, placement, range. Like, he can actually really sing. The song itself is very uplifting, you know what I mean? The lyrics themselves, listening to it, I get like the vibes of like a movie montage where the main character has had struggles and now they're about to turn the corner and you see a bunch of different scenes with no audio or words or dialogue being spoken. It's just the music. And a song like this would play on top of it, showing like a character, their arc, you know, just their arc turning the corner, going through troubling times to triumphant times. Nas' verse is solid. You know, Nas in this particular state, he is going to give you that uplifting verse, especially with a song like this that opens up the lane directly for that with hope. You're always going to get some hope from a Nas verse. But I think the highlight of his verse is not the words themselves. It's his presence. He sounds absolutely exhilarated about being on this record. And sometimes you can hear when rappers be on features or they're a featured artist or they're collabing with someone, sometimes the presence isn't there. He sounds as though he was very excited about writing this, getting in the booth and recording it. The presence of his voice, the mix is pristine. I love that reverb on his vocal. Whoever mixed the record, A1. With regards to replay value, we don't know that as of yet, but I can see myself totally working out to this song. You know, it's uplifting. It gives you good energy. Just a little motivation to get through the day. So go check out Times, Sid Sriram. Please, I apologize if I'm pronouncing his name incorrectly. Produced by Steel Banglez, featuring Nasir Jones. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the song. It's your man Eeze at the Eeze Experience. I appreciate y'all. Go get your share. Outside of Jay Dilla, who's your favorite hip-hop producer from the state of Michigan? Let me know below.
Hey, yo, Eeze.
Yo, what's the deal, fam? I want to talk about a project that was recently released by Grand Rapids' very own Apollo Brown, an instrumental album titled Elevator Music. If you don't know, Apollo Brown has worked with an array of different artists from Skyzoo, OC, Ghostface, Planet Asia, Shea Noir. List goes on and on. Just Google his work on any DSP or even go to his Bandcamp. But I want to talk about this new project. Once again, Elevator Music, produced solely by himself. If you read the credits, you'll even see that he mixed it as well, with John Hutchinson serving as the mastering engineer. 15 tracks on the project. Since it was released on March 7, 2025, I've been playing it a lot. Stated it was 15 tracks on here. I happen to love or play 9 of them a lot. Lucky 7, Honestly Don't, At Peace, 3 Hours Ago, It Will Never Be Today Again, Discretion, Feed the Blessings. He got some fire on here. What I love about Apollo Brown is that his sound is evolving and progressing, but he keeps those, the core feeling to his tracks or to the music overall. He's always been known for hard-hitting drums in a sense, right? But now if you listen intently, you'll notice that he's adding live instrumentation. And I wouldn't say he's bringing in instrumentalists or musicians. It sounds as though he's playing it himself, because I'm familiar with some of the sounds, like the string sounds from native instruments. But he's using the sounds to complement his strength, which is sampling. So he'll layer it with like I don't know, just a string preset to break up the monotony between the actual verse part and the chorus part per se. And you can really hear these things throughout the instrumental album. I'm noticing that he's trying to some different things with the drums as well. Wasn't really familiar with him like really using rim shots on this joint like that, but I think with the Discretion or Feed the Blessings, one of the two, the drums sound totally different, like with a real soulful feel. You know, I'm just happy that he's still putting out work, and to see him not just put out work, but consistently, but the bar doesn't fall off. He's kind of created his own niche and lane, but it doesn't sound boring. Sometimes people can produce projects with so many different artists and do instrumental albums and do one-offs, and the sound can become boring. It becomes very niche, right? Like a core audience, but it just sounds as though no matter what project or artist he's working with, they always sound refreshed, and he always sounds as though he's all in on the project or the process. I would love to see him work with Lloyd Banks, Ransom, because he's hip hop, but it isn't linear. Like, he may stay within like the same tempos, but you always get a different emotion from his music. Like even from Elevator Music, Lucky 7 doesn't feel anything like Discretion. The tempos may not be too far apart, but it's a different emotion that he brings throughout his music. So I just wanted to say, man, shout out to Apollo Brown. Yo, make sure y'all press play on Elevator Music. Once again, it dropped on March 7, 2025. Released on Escapism. I'm not sure whose label that is. Maybe it's his, but he's been at work, and I respect that. 15 tracks, instrumentals, some fire work. If you listen to the project already, let me know in the comment section what you think. A lot of people not into instrumental albums. I happen to love them because I feel as though it gives the artist a chance to tell a story. Like, that's how you know like your beats are really elite or tough like that, when you can take out the lyric and somehow the music still tells a story. So salute to Apollo Brown once again, a boom bap king, but that's not just who he is, but that's what we know him as. I appreciate you adding to that genre by still expanding your sound, man. It's your man Eeze at the Eeze Experience. Go get yours. Yeah.